All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Well, we're down here in Florida in Frostproof, and we got a hurricane coming towards us.
Yes, we do. I think it's a category 3 right now.
Category 3 hurricane coming right towards us. You know, and everybody's out there buying all the gas and buying all the water and got generators and getting all prepped up, and they're evacuating people over in Tampa and the people close to the water over there. And man, today when I got home from work and Stacy got home about the same time I did, we went and did our prepping of our place. So we cut some rope and tied some stuff down and hooked the trailer up to my truck and secured the boat even better. You know, put more rope on it and anchored out, and just preparing for this hurricane. Now we've went through a lot of hurricanes. I know me over the years. You know, I was born in 1979 and I've lived in Florida all my life, so we went through a lot of hurricanes, and so we're not super afraid of them. We kind of respect them, but the thing about it is we've always, just made it through, and and stuff like that. So hopefully everything will be good this time. I know the lake that we live on, the water level's high, so that's got us kind of worried. Probably that's more than anything is the lake, right?
Yeah, pretty much, because we get wind a lot anyway. I know it'd be worse than before, but yeah, that's what we're most worried about.
Yeah, it's the water level coming up, and a lot of insurance companies won't even insure houses in Florida anymore. A lot of them got out of it.
Yep, a lot of them did.
There's only a couple probably that do it.
Very few, yeah. Very expensive now too. I will tell you that it went up a lot.
But man, when you see something like that coming, it's intimidating. You work hard for all your stuff you got, and you don't want to lose nothing. You definitely don't want to get hurt or killed from a hurricane. The wind's coming through. They said the winds are at 120 miles an hour right now.
Yeah.
And they believe it's going to, where it looks like it's going to go, it looks like it's going to go between Fort Myers and Sarasota. That's where it's going to come up into the state. So we're going to get a lot of rain, a lot of wind. We'll be on the strong side of the hurricane.
Yes.
Which kind of sucks, because if you're on the weak side, it's still bad anyway. Any way you look at it's bad, but when you're on the strong side of the hurricane, them gusts and winds coming through, blowing trees over. And lately we've been getting a lot of rain.
Yes.
So like the ground's real saturated with water. And down here we have a lot of oak trees down here in Florida. And it seems like when you got oak trees like that with the ground being so wet, when you get wind, it seems to make them oak trees, fall over and stuff like that. And them old oak trees can't take too much, twisting and stuff. Stacy just seen one of them water bug like things. She just smashed it.
He's dead now.
She's the exterminator tonight. She seen it crawling up the door right here to the man cave.
I couldn't help it.
But just wanted to make a video about what we're going through, and hopefully we'll get some video of this storm coming through if we can, or if you can even see it. I'm not sure how the quality of it comes out, but we'll try to get some video of the winds and stuff like that, and hopefully it doesn't tear nothing up on our house or our stuff.
Hopefully not.
And we're prepared. We got water. I'm a prepper by nature, so we got water, we got food, we got all for anything that happens. We pretty much got something.
I got a full tank of gas.
See, I don't have a full tank of gas. I seen the gas station was so packed. I was like,
I waited in line just to make sure and fill my tank, but I only needed $5 literally because I just filled it yesterday.
It's like work today. They told me, they said, well, tomorrow you don't want you to come in, and I got a call Thursday morning to see if I'm supposed to go in, which I'm probably not, because we're still going to have hurricane. It's moving slow too. It's only moving like 10 miles an hour. You know, moving on its track, but you know, the winds are 120. They say about the time it gets to us, it'll be knocked down to a category 1, which is still about 80 or 85 mile an hour winds, which is, it don't sound like a lot, but Florida is so flat. There's no mountains. You might have a little hills and stuff, but you get 85 mile an hour winds coming through these trees, with the ground being as wet as it has been, trees start falling over, limbs start breaking. A lot of things can happen. You know, power outages. I know a couple of my buddies from Carolina and West Virginia said they seen electric trucks coming down here. You know, just in case electric gets knocked out, which we appreciate them states to do that for us. That shows you how united the United States is, and other states care about other states. You know, it's good to have them linemen. You know, they go out, whether it's raining, whether it's storming or whatever, and they travel miles and miles to help people and to restore power. I know it sucked last time we got a hurricane. I was without power for like 2 or 3 weeks, and you're talking no air conditioning. It was hot as hell. No hot showers. Pretty much you didn't want a hot shower anyway because you had a hot house to come to. So the only way you could really cool off is come home and take a cold shower, which that's all you're going to get anyways, a cold shower. And you had to have like a generator or something to power a fan or something to sleep at night. It's hard to sleep. I don't know if y'all have ever experienced it, but when you don't have air conditioning, and down here in Florida, it gets muggy and hot. And at nighttime, it sucks trying to sleep when it's real hot and muggy. And there's no wind blowing. So hopefully we fare pretty good, you know. And if you're out there, anybody that watches our videos, just say some prayers for us. Say some prayers for state of Florida. You know, this could even go into Georgia and South Carolina, maybe even affect North Carolina up there once it gets done with us. So just say some prayers for everybody out there. Hopefully there's no loss of life. I mean, when it comes to material things, we can always replace that. So if you would say a prayer for us tonight, you know, and that would definitely be appreciated. Governor DeSantis is doing everything he can to make sure that the Floridians is taken care of, and it's got 2,500 National Guard called, because it's probably going to get kind of messy. You know, it's really going to get messy. You know, that's the thing about it. When these hurricanes come through and they come in on the coastal, a lot of the coastal areas like Tampa and stuff like that, a little rainstorm floods them out. So can you just imagine, you know, 2 foot of rain? Not only that, the storm surge, you know, waves 15 feet up in the air coming in, splashing through there. I mean, it's just a mess. It's a hot mess. But we're just going to tough it out, y'all. There's nowhere to run. I mean, that's some people want to evacuate somewhere else in Florida. It's like, well, where do you go? I mean, you don't know where the hurricane's going. You could be evacuating from this spot and going here, and then all of a sudden that thing comes right on you.
Yeah.
So really, I mean, pretty much what you do is you don't be in a trailer. Yeah. You don't be in a high rise. If you live on the water, out by the ocean or the Gulf, you got to get your ass inland, you know. So it's like, you just got to kind of deal with it, you know, and hopefully you turn out to the good, you know. And I got something in today, and I ordered this a while back, and I forgot I ordered it. And it came in today on a FedEx package. And I was like, what is this? I haven't ordered nothing. I don't even know what this is. But I ordered it from Smoky Mountain Knife Works from Tennessee. And I forgot I even ordered it. They evidently was back order, or they were out of them. But they finally sent it to me. So that just shows that they're, you know, if they're out of something and you pay for it, when they get it in, they will ship it to you. Because it's been months and months.
Yeah, months.
You know, but they got it in. But I want to show you, I want to share with y'all the knife that I got. It's a case knife. But check this out, y'all. Look at that. Y'all like that? That Donald Trump case knife. Look at that. Ain't that cool? Now, personally, I'm not going to use this knife. I'm going to pretty much leave it in the package because it's just something really cool, you know, to hang on the wall. And as you can see, I got a lot of stuff on the walls that I hang, like collectibles and signs and weapons and collectible stuff, you know, like NASCAR stuff. I've got Mustangs. I collect Hot Wheels Mustangs of all different years. If it's a Mustang, I go to Walmart to the toy section. Just one I don't got, I buy it.
We have to go to the toy section when we go to any store that has Hot Wheels just to look for more cars.
But if you want one of them knives, they must have them in stock now. The Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Go ahead and order you one. Even if you don't want to use it, order it and put it back. Maybe your grandkids or your kid or whatever, when they get older, it might be worth something, you know, one day. Because they probably didn't make a whole bunch of these. But it's a cool knife to have. And it's made by Case. It's a Case knife, you know. And I just thought it was something cool to own. It's a Trump Mega, you know, pocket knife made by Case. But just wanted to share that with y'all. You know, I know all kind of stuff's going on, you know, with our country. We're still, you know, prices of stuff still crazy high. You know, I was thinking about it today. Since we got a, you know, hurricane coming, Joe Biden talking about windmills. Well, if we had some windmills, we could be cooking out some electricity right now. Or either that or tear them down. But I tell you what, yeah, Sunday, I made a video with my daughter fishing, and man, did we catch some fish. She caught a lot of fish. My daughter's getting really good at fishing, and she enjoyed it, and she can't wait to get back over here so she can do some more fishing. I caught a soft-shell turtle, y'all. This soft-shell turtle had to weigh 20 pounds, and I had a brim on a hook, and I had it hooked with a shiner cork. I threw it way out in the lake. I forgot about it. I happened to look out there and I said, damn, where's that cork at? I had that cork was like this big, y'all. Like ones you use when you shiner fish for bass. And I was like, where the hell did the cork go? So I picked the pole up and I had it clicked to where it would free spin, you know, let line out. That way something couldn't grab my pole and just snatch it in the water. So I pick it up, I clicked it, and I had it on a bait caster. So I clicked it, I felt it, and then I set the hook really well. And I thought I had a world record, y'all. I thought I had a world record bass. I was like, this joker here is curling this loose pole over like nothing I've ever seen, right? So I'm fighting with this thing, and I'm fighting it like it's a Florida Marlin, man. I'm thinking, oh shit, I got a bass on here, and this is going to be something I could take a picture of and talk about, maybe call the news cameras. I mean, I thought it was a big one. Dude, it felt like I took a 5-gallon bucket, threw it in the water, hooked it to my pole, and tried to reel it in. That's how damn hard it was. I fought for like 15 or 20 minutes. And finally, when I got it close enough where I could see what it was a damn soft-shell turtle. And it was the biggest, I mean, I can't even really show you, but probably that soft-shell turtle was that big around. And I got big, long arms, y'all. That soft-shell turtle was huge. It was the biggest soft-shell turtle I've ever seen. Had a neck on him, probably about that big around, and probably that long, you know, about 14 inches long. And I know some people eat them. I didn't want to mess with him. I didn't want to eat him, you know. I mean, buddies of mine said, man, you should have kept them. You could have, you know, sold them to somebody, or you could have cleaned them out. I didn't want to mess with them. I like the bass fish. But here's the picture of it, if y'all can see it. That's the soft-shell turtle that I had hooked. And I got him all the way in. Now, the funny thing about it is, this just shows you that fishing line, I like trialing. Trialing is one of my favorite lines to use. And I had the green trialing on my pole. And it was only about 12-pound test. Because I don't like to go with a huge test of line. And I like mono, you know. So monofilament. But it was only 12-pound test on that line. That soft-shell turtle had to weigh about at least 20 pounds. And he was fighting. And I had to just tire him out to get him close enough to, you know, deal with him. But man, that was a fight. And Stacy's up there taking pictures of it. She's like, "Oh my God, that's a big old turtle." I thought I had a fish, y'all. If it had been a bass, it'd have been a world record or
Dream
close.
Shattered.
Or it'd have been a state. I don't know how many people out there, know this, but like in our state, we have a certain size, like the biggest bass that's ever caught in Florida, a largemouth bass that's ever caught. Well, if you beat the poundage of that fish, you get like $1 million or something from the state, or somebody gives you $1 million. I don't know who it is. I think it's the state, but it's a state record. So when I had this turtle hooked on there, buddy, I was like, "Oh boy, here we go." I'm fishing. I got that thing like this, and I'm fighting with him. I'm trying to wear it out, whatever it is. I get it close up, and I'm like, "It's a damn turtle," But and I'll tell you something else. What's funny is, and we're talking about fishing a little bit, but what's funny is my daughter was catching fish, right? And I was helping her, and I was fishing a little bit with her pole too. And I noticed that because the water I live at, when you look down, you look down in the lake, well, the water's kind of clear. Well, I've noticed all of a sudden I don't see no fish. And all of a sudden they stop biting. And I'm like, "What the hell's going on here?" Come to find out, bass swimming like packs. I was seeing like 2 or 3 shadows in the water, and they were bass. I could tell they were bass in the water. And I was like, no wonder the brim and bluegill and the small bait fish and stuff were hiding. You didn't see nothing. The water was just, nothing was in it. And usually you can see brim swimming around and stuff by that pepper grass and stuff. Couldn't see none. And all of a sudden I started seeing shadows. And come to find out, them were bass. So they're almost like wolves. So they hunt in packs, or whatever. But they go through there, they go through the grass and stuff like that, looking around, and the other fish hide from them. So I thought that was pretty cool. But about that time that I seen a big shadow, Kaylee, which is my daughter, she caught a brim, and it was a small brim. It was probably about that big. So I was like, hey, let me hold it. So she gave me her pole, and it's one of them telescopic king poles. So I said, "Hey, let me see it." And I swung that bass or that brim that was on the hook. We hooked him. He was already hooked from where she caught him. So I put it over there in front of that shadow, which I knew was a bass. I could tell by the shadow what it was, but it was big. So I threw it over there. How about this? I wish I had it on camera because it was the coolest thing to see in person. But if I had it on camera, y'all could see it. The bass comes up. The brim knew that there was a bass in the water. The brim come all the way up to the top of the water, was running like this, and the cork was being pulled behind him like that. The bass come up, got the brim with his mouth, and also got the cork. He got the cork, the brim, the line, the sinker, everything in like that, and just went under the water. So I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe he'll swallow this thing. If he swallows it and it gets down inside him, I got him, I think. You know what I mean? Because I know the hook ain't going to get him. The hook was a little brim hook, a little tiny hook. And it was already hooked in a brim, in the brim's mouth where he got caught. So that bass goes like this, and it was a huge bass. It had to have been, I would say it was probably about between a 7 and an 8 pound bass. It was big. And he took it, went under the water, and was hauling ass with it. And I'm pulling back, and I'm like, hey, I can't, I got no way to hook him. Hopefully he swallows the fish, but he didn't. I guess he spit it out, but I was like, oh man. And then I started fishing real hard for bass. But I tell you what, Kaylee, my daughter, man, she caught a lot of fish that day. Had a blast. And they wasn't real big. I mean, probably the biggest one was almost the size of your hand, size of my hand. My daughter's like, "Daddy, if we catch one big enough, you got to keep them so we can eat them." And I was like, "No, you got to have at least 15 or 20, hand size or a little bigger to keep them to cook. Or ain't, if you catch 1 or 2, it ain't really worth the trouble. I'll throw them back, But she was wanting to eat them bad. And, but that was how our Sunday went. Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, man. Everybody out there, y'all need to get your stuff together. You need to get your stuff together with this country. You need to stand firm for what you believe in. You need to vote. That's the only way we're going to get stuff changed in this country is voting. And we need to do an overwhelming vote. And if there's anybody out there that doesn't want to listen to the people or doesn't have the beliefs we have, we need to get rid of them. These idiots are trying to push so much crap on our kids. They're trying to destroy our country. They're trying to change the face of the United States. We can't let that happen. And so if you can, get out there and vote. Vote for somebody worth voting for. Research them, vet them. Make sure there's somebody that you want to vote for. A lot of crime I've noticed on TV. I haven't been watching TV a whole lot because I've been busy. I've been working and stuff. But I've noticed, from what I've seen, there's a lot of violent crimes going on around here. Mm-hmm. And other states too. Mm-hmm. So more people need to carry them concealed weapons, and carry them often. Make sure they're loaded. Make sure they're ready to go. What good is a concealed weapon if it isn't ready to fire? What are you going to do? Hold on. Let me cock it first. And then put the gun and shoot somebody. Shoot somebody trying to hurt you. But really, y'all need to start carrying them things more. And start paying attention when you go places. Start paying attention to how people are acting. Man, I went to the gas station this morning. And I had to get a couple drinks for work. Some, them Arizona teas are my favorite. So I stopped in there. Had this guy in front of me. I say he's like 60 years old. He looks like a lion in a cage. He's like this, right? He goes up to the lady at Circle K and he's like, hey, where's your energy drinks at? And he's all cagey, Where's your energy drinks at? And she's like, well, they're back there in the thing. She says, no. He goes, no. Where's the energy things at? And she said, are you talking about these little 5-hour energy little bottles? And he's like, no. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that cat. But he acts like, really, I don't think he needed it. I think he already had, he already was buzzed up or whatever. I don't know what. This guy was about 6 years old, was acting funny as hell. I'm thinking to myself, if he does something stupid, he's done. I'm going to karate kick him upside the head or something. Hey, people like that worry me. You go places and people start acting weird. And I'm the type of person, if somebody starts acting weird like that, it almost puts me on red alert. Like I'm ready to fire off something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, this guy's in front of me acting all cagey. I don't know what the hell he's capable of. The lady's trying to help him, and he didn't want that. He didn't want the little 5-hour energy drinks. And I'm thinking to myself, buddy, get the hell out of the way. You're not going to buy nothing anyway. You know what I mean? You don't want none of that. I don't know what to tell you. And he was already on something. Mm-hmm. Man, you get around some shady characters. But, hey, carry something. If you're not going to carry a gun, you're against guns, something wrong with you anyway. At least carry a knife or something. Carry something,
Very true.
Because there's crazy people out there, that's willing to hurt people, and they're crazy, And I guess they did away with the mental institutions. They used to put crazy people in the crazy house, but I don't think they got them no more.
No, they really need to get them back, honestly, to get them off the street.
Hey, y'all answer this for me in the question or in the comments. Do they have places like that anymore, them crazy houses? I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. Do y'all, you know of any?
I know a lot of them that have shut down, like, especially where I'm from.
There's crazy-ass people out there. We got this one guy. I don't know. There's probably people that watch me, but there's this one guy in Lakeland. They call him the Karate Man. He'll go on the corner of the road out there in Lakeland and be doing karate moves. And people have videotaped this guy, and I think that's what they call him, Karate Man. He'll go out there and be throwing, hi-ya, he'll be doing kicks. Hey, he's doing kicks, he's doing everything like Bruce Lee. He's out there kicking ass. And he ain't even fighting nobody, but he's fighting somebody, right? But, hey, there's crazy people like that around, man. They're super ass crazy, But, man, I tell you what, the mental, you know what? I think all this stuff that's happened to us in the last couple of years, which is overwhelming, don't get me wrong. It was hard on the people. but I think it's made people freaking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think
right.
between the corona and all the stuff that they're pushing and all this and that, I think there's so much information hitting people that it's making people crazy.
Yeah, they can't obtain it all.
It's like they can't obtain it all, or it's just
like
just
overload.
Their brain or
like
something.
Overload. Brain overload.
People are just they're crazy as a shithouse rat.
They are crazy.
You know, and that's why I say, y'all, you need to watch yourself when you go out in public, you know, and carry your concealed weapons, carry a pocket knife. You know, usually I try to carry a pocket knife, but at work I'm not allowed to have a pocket knife. But there's times I wish I had a pocket knife just to cut a piece of rope. I mean, the other day we went and looked for a damn piece of rope. We had to cut it with a damn hacksaw. You know how fun it is to cut a piece of rope with hacksaw? Yeah, but it worked. I mean, it did work. We did cut the rope, but it's kind of a pain in the ass when it would have took me 2 seconds with just doing like this. Cutting a piece of, you know, that cheap rope. You know, that yellow rope? Nylon rope, or not nylon, whatever the hell it is. Plastic rope.
I don't know. I know.
I call it plastic rope. But just wanted to make a video and talk with y'all. Maybe we'll get some video of the storm coming through. I don't know. I don't know how good we're going to be able to see it or how it's going to look.
Whoa! You got to put your raincoat on. You got to go in the action, yo.
I'm not Jim Couture. I'm not going to go out there and get out
You might find Stacy live outside. Just saying.
She might go out there. She might go out there and get all crazy like Jim Couture or whatever his name is.
You know, the Weather Channel's my favorite. Okay.
Dude, they got so many Weather Channel people up and down that coast. They got them all the way from like Clearwater all the way to Fort Myers.
That's what I wanted
in different
to do.
areas.
I wanted to be a weatherman, and when they had the hurricanes, I wanted to be out there with them recording it and talking. That's what I wanted to do. You know, that's a lot of schooling for that, though. I'm just saying, so I never did it.
Yeah, you got to learn how to stand up in a wind tunnel. Whoa!
That's not. No,
hey,
it's a lot of school.
You know what's crazy too? When you watch the Weather Channel, they'll take something little small and make it some big ass deal. They're like, oh, it's almost like they're trying to scare the people. Well, if you just tell people, hey, look, do this, prep with this, take care of these things, you'll be fine. Just, you know, just use some sense and, you know, you'll be all right. They get in there and saying a bunch of shit like, this is how crazy they are.
They look like they're almost panicking.
They're sitting there they're telling people to buy plywood and put on their windows, right?
But they yeah.
Me and Stacy seen a video on the Weather Channel that they were just telling people to buy plywood and put on their windows to protect their windows in their home. And on the same channel, they show a guy that's got a setup where he shoots a 2x4 at 40 mile an hour like wind. Shooting the 2x4.
Like at the windows and stuff.
Shooting it out the window with a plywood on it, right? With a piece of plywood on the window, over the window. Shooting this 2x4 at 40 miles an hour. It goes right through that shit. And it's like, choo. And I'm like, what's the sense of putting plywood up? They just blew right through that like it was a damn paper napkin or something.
That's crazy.
And then, you know, too, you see people do this all the time in Florida. And they probably do it in other states. I don't know about it, but in Florida they do it. You see people take, like, duct tape and put it on their windows, like making X or whatever, trying to keep the window from breaking. And it's supposed to make it stronger.
I can't lie. I've done that before.
Hey, that doesn't work, man. That does not work. If anything that does... It makes it where if it breaks off in bigger pieces, bigger chunks, you know. But I don't know, man. All I can say is there's crazy people out there. We got Joe Biden, Mr. Poopy Pants. Y'all heard about the damn. I just lost what I was about to say. The Coast Guard. The Coast Guard actually seen some ships off of the coast of Alaska, and they were I think they said they were either Russian or China. I think they were Russian though. I just seen that. So here we go. Joe Biden's an idiot. Anybody that votes for Joe Biden sucks.
You're an idiot.
And the way I look at it is, if you like Joe Biden, you're crazy. And for them people out there complaining about prices and stuff and and gas prices. Well, y'all are the assholes that basically voted for him. And don't get me wrong, I know what they did. But there's people out there that still likes this cat. You know? And what about the story about old Joe when he was 30 years old and that girl was 12 years old? Y'all heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
That guy's sick. He's a pedophile. He's in our office, and there's people supporting him. I wouldn't let that dude know we're around my kid. And for them to bring kids up in front of him the other day on stage, I'd be like, hell no, you ain't going up there with that idiot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, people are funny. People are super funny.
Yeah.
They'll shake his hand like he's some big man. He's destroying our country, y'all.
I know.
Y'all know it. Our country is... how many years is it going to take to fix whatever this clown messed up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, people still vote for him, still like him. Kamala Harris, she's an idiot. She's on the night talking about something. She's on the night talking about something, and I don't even watch her because she's a real idiot. But hey, we got to do some better voting, and we got to overwhelm them this time. When it comes to voting, we got to overwhelm them. That way they can't do the thing that they did last time. You know, they push a bunch of garbage. You know, these places that's doing all this pedophilia stuff and trying to teach you kids all about this crazy lifestyles and stuff. Don't think so. You ain't gonna teach that to my daughter. You know, but as Americans and as people that likes what's good and believes in God, and this is a Christian, this country was founded on Christian beliefs. We got to stand up to this. We can't just we can't let the minority rule the majority. So you stand up when you can say what you got to say it. You know, go out there and tell somebody that they're wrong. Don't be scared to open your mouth. I mean, if they want a knuckle sandwich, maybe give them that. You never know. You never know. You know, people want to run that head, but, you know, sometimes when you miss the bull, you get the horns, you know. But, just wanted to make a video tonight, talk about some little things, you know, talk about our situation down here in Florida. Buddy, we got it coming to us. Mm-hmm. If y'all don't know where Frostproof, Florida is, look up where Frostproof, Florida is, and then look where the hurricane is and where they say it's tracking. We're pretty much right in the damn course of where it's going. So if we can get some video of it, we will. We'll post it. That way y'all can see it. And that way y'all can say, "Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know if it's going to tear our house apart or rip stuff up. I don't know." Yeah. I've been through a lot of them, and some come out good, some come out where, man, it sucked. Yeah. Losing power sucks. That just sucks alone, you know. But anyways, y'all, we love you. Like I always say. If you love somebody, tell them you love them. Might be the last time or last chance you get to tell them. Always carry that concealed weapon all the time. Wherever you go, to a store, wherever. Carry a gun in your car. Don't be scared to carry a gun in your car. You ain't got to have a concealed weapon permit to carry a gun in your car in Florida anyway. Now, other states, I don't know. But in Florida, you don't. Make sure that when you're out... Watch your six. Keep your head on a swivel. Watch for idiots out there causing trouble. Watch for suspicious people, because there's people out there right now trying to hurt people. And you got all these people coming down into Florida from these other states, and they think they can run it like they do up there. You can't, buddy. We ain't putting up with that shit down here. Watch Donald Wiseman. Watch Waterbug 68. Watch Pastor Steve, Faith Chapel Ministries on Facebook. Watch Mark Hatfield. He makes some good videos and talks some truth. And just support these guys. We need your help. We need comments. We need thumbs up. I need comments and thumbs up. So if y'all can do me that favor, that would be awesome. You got anything to say, Stacy?
Nope. That we love you. And
all right, y'all. We love you. We'll catch you later. Till the next video. It might be a storm video. All right. So stay tuned. We love you guys. See ya.